in vulnerability of the oceans. The threats and challenges in the maritime domain are as wide and varied as they come. Who could have imagined that in the 21st century, we would once again be grappling with pirates, or that the major threat in the maritime domain would be from asymmetric challenges and maritime terrorism? But that is the reality today. And the other challenges include arms trafficking, drug smuggling, human trafficking, and poaching, or illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing. These are all the challenges that we have in the oceans. And the Indian Navy carries out anti-piracy patrols and also EEZ patrols, not only in our own exclusive economic zone, but also in the EEZ of some friendly countries. The instabilities in our neighborhood, as well as the turbulence in some parts of the Indian Ocean region on land, have the potential to spill over into the maritime domain, and the situation can best be described as fragile. Consequently, over 120 warships from over 20 navies are always present in the Indian Ocean to safeguard their maritime interests. India has advocated adherence to international law, and the Indian Navy coordinates with the other maritime forces to ensure maritime safety, security, stability, freedom of navigation, and overflight in the Indian Ocean. The Indian Navy is the primary instrument and manifestation of India's maritime power, and has emerged as a multi-dimensional networked force which is ready to take on any challenge on the waters of the Indian Ocean and beyond. The Navy promulgated the Maritime Security Strategy, ensuring secure seas, in 2015, and today it has the capability for deterrence and to impose the will of the nation in ocean spaces by operational maneuver from the sea, sea control, and sea denial. In addition, the Indian Navy is prepared to defend against aggression, prevail in a coastal security as well as an asymmetric warfare situation, and maintain peace and stability across maritime boundaries. All these aspects were amply demonstrated when the Indian Navy swiftly deployed carrier battle groups, ships, submarines, and aircraft in the North Arabian Sea for maritime dominance, as well as to ensure a favorable surface, subsurface, and air situation during Operation Sindoor. The primary area of operation and interest of the Indian Navy is the Indian Ocean, but this is increasingly expanding towards the waters of the Indo-Pacific, which has emerged as the world's economic and strategic center of gravity in the maritime domain. Wars of the future will be multi-domain, multi-dimensional, and fought in a transparent battlefield across the domains of land, sea, air, cyber, and space. But it must be clearly understood that two armies do not go to war. Neither do two navies or two air forces. Two nations go to war. And the armed forces have to be synergistically united for joint operation. And that is what was demonstrated by the coordinated, integrated, precise, swift, and successful operations carried out by our armed forces during Operation Sindoor. Indeed, it was a whole of nation befitting response to terrorism and Pakistan. I'm sure it is evident that India is not only prepared for a two-front war, but is also ready for a three-front war, including the maritime frontiers of the Indian Ocean. The Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, has launched the initiative of Mahasagar, which is mutual and holistic advancement for security and growth across regions. And it has evolved from his earlier vision of Sagar, which is security and growth for all in the region.